My name is Payden, and this is my project that I did for Vision Tech over the past 4 weeks. It started out as an idea of us kind of hunting and shooting stuff. My tutorials, I used Ducks Unlimited, had some TV episodes on YouTube, so I watched a bunch of those just to get ideas and stuff. My main idea was, like I said, pretty well just videos of us out hunting and shooting things like quail and pheasants, and then putting a little information in there. A couple things I wish I would have done better is when I talk, I wish I would have found a little better spot to record so I don't have that little door knob deal in the background behind me. And the camera that I used, it was, I believe they call them iCam glassware. It's a camera it's glasses with a camera built in the middle. So basically, it's like your eyes in a camera. And every time we saw a quail would get up, you could never see him very well at all. And then there's a couple times I looked down at the ground, like when we were looking for a bird that my dad had shot, because our dog doesn't hunt, and it was kind of, I explained it, but I should have said something before, or just skip that thought. And then later, when we were hunting one time in recording, we found my brother had hit a quail, and as we kept walking, I found it later, and you just see me look down. You don't know what happens there. You just see me all suddenly walk over and put it in his back, and then just go on from there. Things that went well though is we found the birds and the properties that we had permission to hunt on. It would have been nice if we could have found a dog that we could use, because usually you think of hunting, you think of a person, a gun, and a dog, like for bird hunting or waterfowl hunting. A couple more things I didn't like about this is when we're out pheasant hunting, we're always looking to know where everyone else is, so that way, particularly stay in a straight line, because you have to be somewhat in order, so that way if something gets up, you know where everyone is, so you don't shoot someone on accident, which is also why you wear blazer orange. And every time I looked side to side, that camera would just swing back and forth, and then there's a couple times when I pull up to shoot, the bird's to the left of me, and the camera doesn't go over there, so you can't see as well. And then later you can't even there's one time I shoot at a bird and the camera it blacks out, which I didn't really catch that till now. And then one time I bent over to pick up a shell. I wish I would have said what I was doing instead of just do it. Then also be more selective in what all I'm doing, or putting into my project. Like, there's a lot of us just kind of walking, just because normally you watch a hunting video, they probably got who knows how many hours of film. I mean, I had a lot, but we also didn't. It's not all of us seeing things, but normally when you're recording a hunting show or a hunting video, it's usually when you have all the birds set out for you, so you know you're going to see some, and you're just saying, it's like more of an advertisement for something. But I guess also I was trying to get the point that you don't always see a lot of birds when you go out hunting, especially now, because this summer the bird populations have, or in the past 2 summers actually, the bird populations have gone down a lot. The quail populations have started to come back up, but pheasant populations are really starting to dwindle. Plus, in other parts of my video, I put like one little bit of information in. I wish I would have found more and put more in, but not only about pheasants, like what type of dogs to use, or what type of dogs are good for what, and like different conditions, as well as put some information in there about quail, or did more research about quail and actually found something I liked, and then put that in there. And then there's one day when we went out hunting, it was really, really windy. I wish I would have dropped that sound out, because all you just hear is a bunch of wind blowing, and it's terrible when you hear it, just like and on and on. But then on the how-to side, it's actually pretty easy. You start out with kind of like a little bit of a host, kind of saying what you're going to be doing, and then when you're out hunting, you just get film. You know, it's like waterfowl hunting on Ducks Unlimited. They always were commenting like it was hard to hide our cameras in this situation because so and so, like, we're out floating on the water, so we gotta find a way to hide them. Or so pheasant hunting was, you don't have to hide the camera because you're just walking for them, which is all. So that was a little bit easier, so I didn't have to try to hide the camera as hard or at all. And then once you get all your film from the field, you just gotta put it together in a movie application program, and just kind of cut out what you want, what you don't want, try to put it all together, and then add some information in if you would like, and then you got to make sure you cite that, which though on the, like, sometimes though you'll see them slow it down for like another shot. You can do that. All we ever shot while we were out hunting was quail. So for one little time we got a couple pheasants up, but I can't even. I was there when they were shot, and I can't even. I go back and watch the video, and I can't even find the ones we shot. But you did see though, sometimes the birds were flying, and you saw a bunch of them. But I really wish I could have made up a spot if I had to, or something, and then circled it so you knew exactly where the bird was, because it was really hard to see until the pheasants. And then later on one of the pheasants that we got up, he flew really high, kind of out far. I wish I could have changed how that was, so that way you saw, because you didn't really see the bird get up much, you just, all of a sudden you see it way up in midair. Though the one thing that's cool about when we saw the pheasants though is I like how all of a sudden you just see the bird just pop up above the weeds, and you see just start flying. One more thing I really didn't like about the camera on the camera glasses is that when I'm walking, I can't stand still or hold my gun still in one spot. I'm always moving it or looking around as I'm walking, and it's just you can't. It's hard to just focus. Just even watching, you get a headache and stuff. And I wish I would have just either took a camcorder out or see if someone would have volunteered to help video it for me, because the glasses are just you can't really tell very much. So I wish that would have been different. Otherwise, though, I'm glad we got. I wish there would have been a different way that we could still use the glasses, but yet, or using the glasses was very hard because you couldn't. You gotta remember to look still and know where your gun is the whole time.